this morning with a Bears franchise video. As you see by the title, we'll be doing this game, the bye week rundown or whatever, and then the week after against Packers. My bad. This is a team. Obviously, if you guys missed last week's episode, check that out to know why Miss Trubisky is injured and why this guy is starting. Also, if you missed any of it, you can tell there's a lot of people on this team that aren't normally on this team. Anyways, let's look at the injury report once again, because I don't know who's watched all the videos up to this point and who hasn't. So right end is out for 4 weeks with a broken hand, dislocated elbow. Trubisky is out for 3, and then right tackle Marshall Yonda has been out for pretty much the entirety of the season thus far, and will be out until the beginning of next season. Now, let's look at the injury report here. Oh wait, we already looked at the injury report. I didn't look at the Saints, but that's because I knew they don't have any injuries. Okay, so let's actually see how the Saints are doing so far this year. So Breeze has 1,840 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Cool. Adrian Peterson has 439 yards and 6 touchdowns. Pretty good. So far, their leading receiver is Michael Thomas in every statistical category except for this one where he's tied with Ted Ginn for touchdowns. Blocking-wise, they've only let up 1 sack apparently the entire year. And they've been getting pressure on the quarterback a lot somehow. But only 4 picks. Will Lutz is only 4 for 5, meaning they haven't really been able to they haven't needed a field goal game. And this guy has only 4 punts inside the 20. Okay, so obviously this is going to be a tough one. Let's look real quick. First in offense, 9th in defense there. Alright then, guys. It looks like it is time to begin this week against the New Orleans Saints. Now, once again, guys, remember, my quarterback I have right now is not my original quarterback. We are behind the 8 ball to begin. But here we are going against the Saints. This matchup, I believe, happened in real life yesterday. So they lost 12-20. Let's see if we can reverse fortune and win this game. I'm one game away from winning the first 8 games, which is a season or level 4 season goal. Road win, blah blah blah. 2 touchdown catches is what they want from Fitzgerald. That will probably, maybe, possibly happen. Rush for 10 yards without a rookie quarterback. Throw for a touchdown on 100 yards. Rush for 10 yards. Shouldn't be that hard. 2 touchdown catches by Cameron Meredith. They're expecting me to just toss touchdowns left and right with the backup quarterback. No turnovers and good hands, 15-yard reception, or 15 yards receiving. Kelsey wants no drops and 7 reception, or run after catch. Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
Scoreboard and update from Foxborough. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. Melvin Gordon, a first quarter
guys,
touchdown.
So we're down by 3. Let's see what we can do here. Jeremy Langford.
They'll run for the first time with Jeremy Langford.
Gets 8 apparently, but I count 9, but this game doesn't like
the hat trick plus 1, 4
go
trips
based
to
off
the
the
end zone
actual
with
yardage.
And partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Checks it underneath to Langford.
Nice spin there, making literally 4 or 5 saves miss.
To the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week.
There's a really, 6-yard carry there.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So far, guys, this game's going pretty decent for us.
I think his decisiveness One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive
Kelsey
Player
fights
of the Week.
for another good, small, chunky
The numbers
yardage.
for
And
Travis
apparently
Kelce
it's
last
darker,
week,
and now it's light
12
again.
catches,
Okay, cool.
119 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
On third down, Jeremy Langford. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense.
So we get a tied-up game here, 3-3.
Say, let's go get the quarterback.
Let's see if we can continue this momentum. And we get the ball back on 13, 17 yard line.
It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time,
Langford has it.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, touchdown, Chicago.
Good job there by Jeremy Langford getting it for the touchdown, and that gets us up by 7. And we get the ball back on their 18-yard line.
Out there already an excellent field position thanks to the interception. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy
fight his tight end Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the point, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Luckily, that interception doesn't lead to points, but that was kind of shitty.
Inside the 10. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come later tonight. It's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago? Those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go.
Absolutely, that was a thriller. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll try to run for the first with Langford.
That
and
almost
he gets
worked.
the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Okay.
This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And our running back got injured again.
Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Dobbs now on second down. Forced out to his left. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. goes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So they got the deal done, and now he can just focus on football. He's got that behind him. Family not going anywhere, staying put. He can focus on football.
And I like how you mentioned the family, because that's a huge part of it, because everyone needs to be happy and comfortable. And, you know, while this process was going on,
are you shitting my balls right now?
Are we going to have to move? Are we going to have to change things? Not
God
anymore.
damn it.
They get to stay where they're comfortable and familiar.
All right, well, we get
Second
to
down
keep
and 4.
Langford, so that's good.
Back to the running game, Langford. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Fuck.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of the guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, apparently it's 4-yard pickup, but it says second and 7. This game's like totally broken when it comes to math. It always has been.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that
And
one.
he drops
For
it.
confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Justin Tucker makes another field goal here. Okay, so now it's 13-6.
Second in Philly, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And he'll go down right at
There's a
the
5-yard
30-yard
carry there by
line.
Jeremy
5
Langford.
yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive
See if we can
coordinators
get
are going to tell
Cameron
you, if I'm going
Meredith
to run the football on first down,
more
you
yards
got to
on
get at
this
least
play.
4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And they get him down, but not
Good
before
run
he takes
there.
it across the 40-yard line.
I believe that was a
Give him
12-yard
12
game?
yards on
Yep,
that one. It
12-yard
earns
game.
him a fresh set
Okay,
of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of
God damn
midfield.
it.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop
Cleveland
a little
somehow
bit,
winning against
you can gain
Minnesota
some
down
significant
there.
yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On second down, Langford. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Langford again. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard.
There you guys go. Got the ball back.
So
We
this
did a good
offensive
punt last
head back
time.
out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. This is Langford on 1st and 10. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they
12-yard
can add
game
to their
there.
lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over about 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
He's got his man Cruz. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs.
Oh, fuck.
Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget, we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but
Another
Larry
Chess
Ridley.
Tucker field goal puts us up by 10 now.
Go get him, Larry.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score.
And we got the ball back here. Let's see if we can do more than a field goal this time.
Now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Dancing to his left. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Langford again, busy man this afternoon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Dobbs. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This is Jeremy Langford's 20th carry. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout.
Looks like we're just going to have to hit another field goal here, guys.
Quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
This puts us up by 13
right
now.
There. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back up. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime?
Here you guys go. We get the ball to start the third.
Ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Third quarter starts with a run by Jeremy Langford. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
21 rushes, 200 yards, 1 touchdown for Jeremy Langford so far today.
Partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
There we go.
Because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Dobbs is throwing. It's Kelsey on the ground.
Oh, there's a good grab by Kelsey for 8.
It moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to.
Took on
the first down.
A handoff, Jeremy Langford. And he's
another 6-yard gain there for Langford. So far, Langford's doing pretty good.
But it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's go for another run
Third
play
quarter,
here.
you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And
There you
he'll
go,
work it
7-yard
inside the
pickup
30
there.
to the 29-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Showing the strength, Fitzgerald. That one
There you
good
go,
for 16,
Fitzgerald
and the drive
gets
will
16 there. Pretty good.
We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard
Kelsey
line.
gets us to the 8,
5
5-yard
yards on the
pickup
catch
again.
there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big time.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
8-yard touchdown by Kelsey there.
Travis Kelsey, his 4th touchdown.
Hello, Hunter 07, I suppose. Here we go, guys. Another possession
First
here.
and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, down.
Oh, shit.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Didn't even have time to
Craig
figure out
Robertson.
what I was going to throw it to there.
Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick,
Oh, that's
and in
not
a
what I
hurry.
wanted to do. I didn't want to hike the
Suddenly,
ball
he
yet.
was there.
Blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And he's got
Oh, Fitzgerald gets it there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Nope.
And he goes down, but not
That was a
before
good one.
getting this inside
21-yard
the
reception there.
25. And a nice
20
gain
yards
of
apparently.
21 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space.
There you go,
He's
6
able to work
yards.
free for about 6 down to the 18.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock,
4-yard
even in
game.
a situation that we're not really focused on it.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
There's a chance I can hit Kelsey, but I'm not going to force it.
Caught. It's Cruz left side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Good touchdown there.
Victor Cruz.
Puts us up by 28. Oh, look, they got another touchdown.
So
well, they got a touchdown.
At the 25-yard line
Alrighty
as this
then.
offense gets set to take over. They'll run with Langford to begin the drive.
Ah, you should have spun the other way.
Across the 35.
And Langford's injured again. God damn it.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's going to flip
And that
out
didn't
to
work
the flat.
at all.
It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Dobbs to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Dobbs hauled in by Wheaton over the middle.
Good job, Wheaton.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Ah, Bruce Sternum.
12
God
yards
damn
that
it.
time for number 12 as they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route,
what?
and then breaks it off. Usually
Why
after
are you
about
not running?
3 to 4
Thank you.
steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the
Gets
defender
14
away
there
from
on
the
the
football
ground.
and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They go play action here on first down. Out left to Shaheen. 7
7-yard
yards,
pickup
the
there.
pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Dobbs.
Ah,
And
fuck.
his throw is incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And it's 3rd and short.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. If you get careless with the football, look out.
And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. 12
Let's
yards
get
there as they
Thompson a
move the
run here.
chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an
Gain of
excellent
4
read.
there by
Read the
Stevenson.
pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
I'm just going to
Without
let
a
this
doubt,
one take
because
down to the
he's right
4th
in your
quarter.
sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Dobbs to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
He
And
loses
they'll
one.
go
God damn it.
backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up.
And he is in. Touchdown.
14-yard reception there by
Chicago.
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown.
And they miss it
Giving
on
up the
a
touchdown.
point
Now
conversion
what can this
there.
offense do? Can they strike back? We'll see. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't
took a
quite
shot.
hold
Oh,
it.
well.
Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it.
3-yard
No
pickup
one got
there.
it. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say
Oh,
keep that in
goddamn it,
mind.
Kelce.
They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
Damn it.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? Onto the field now come the Bears. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL,
Why won't
Brandon,
people
because
catch now?
I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, Why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and
Dobbs
said,
SS 11
just
there.
don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Got a man, it's caught.
Fitzgerald gets a catch there.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Oh, there you go. Get the ball back again.
In the fourth and final quarter, as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch the hand a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
There you go, 7-yard pickup
big-time
there.
producer, keep them here.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing here, Dobbs being chased out left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Okay, let's see if Thompson can get something here. Ah, damn it. I thought I could truck him, but I couldn't.
46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Go ahead and do
Looks
another
like they're
run
establishing
here.
a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he's brought down.
11 yards.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. To throw is Dobbs. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this,
Try
and you know
another
he's
run
used to
here.
dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They run it here with Thompson. And brought down, but not
Another
before they're
11-yard
inside the
pickup
25.
here.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part,
Push
it's a
back
little bit
a
of a
yard there.
surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there? And that's run the football.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing
Another
a
field goal
touchdown
here.
or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be
Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Now Thompson. He's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
They stop it for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports.
2-minute warning here, guys.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago.
Oh, that was bad.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
So they get the ball back again here.
So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup.
There you go.
Now they're in second and manageable.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati, and the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. Andrew Luck, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.
Let's check out the stats here. Dobbs, 30 of 39, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Drew Brees, 287, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Rushing, Jeremy Langford, before he got his injury, was 26 for 237 and a touchdown. Thompson had 63. Dobbs had 67, and Jefferson Guy had 15. Receiving-wise, no 100-yard receiver. Closest one was Fitzgerald. I got to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different receivers. Blocking, Jeremy Langford was the one who allowed one of the sacks. We got 4 sacks and obviously the 2 picks. Tucker was 6 of 6 on field goals and 4 of 4 on extra points. Pat O'Donnell had, how many punts did you have? 3, and 2 were down to inside the 20. So great job there by my entirety of my team, pretty much. The defense doing what it had to do to keep the Saints down and out for the majority of the game. I believe it's the bye week after this. I should have Trubisky back next week. Should. That's no guarantee there. Okay, so let's go to next week. Okay, so bye week, special thing, and then we might do one more game. I'm not entirely sure on if we're going to do another game or not. That's kind of up in the air. Big injury decision, I'm guessing it's Trubisky. Yep, and that doesn't matter because he'll be coming back next week anyways. So, start back up apparently. Okay, contract negotiations here. Bryce Callahan. Okay, he's re-signed, and that's all the people that need to be re-signed as of now. Let's get scouting done. There's not really anywhere I need to go, but I'm going to just scout some more quarterbacks, I suppose. Nothing else, one of those quarterbacks could be used as a new, more promising backup to Trubisky. Fullbacks don't really matter. Wide receivers, let's keep going here. undrafted. So no more good. Okay, how about this tight end? Nope. Left tackle. Sorry, guys. Left guard. Okay. No more training points. We have like 2 more left, so that's not enough to do anything. We signed a practice player. Okay, so we'll get Trubisky back for the Packer game. Let's see what I can do with Mr. Dobbs here. Let's go 1 into play action. Let's do 1 into awareness. 1 into short accuracy. And let's put... No. Let's actually put a little bit more into awareness. Okay, so Mr. Dobbs is up to a 76. He will likely be our long-term backup for this series, probably. And then we'll have Mr. Hogan here backing him up. Okay, so let's look at the stats real quick, guys. Okay, so in the NFL, obviously someone's leading it. That isn't Trubisky, since Trubisky was out for the past couple weeks. So right now, Rivers has 2,401 yards. Roethlisberger has almost 2,400. Brady has almost 2,300. Prescott. Okay, so we are way down here with Trubisky after being out for a couple games. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're 15th in the league among quarterbacks. But we have a chance to get back up into the upper region. Jeremy Langford leads the league in rushing yardage and probably touchdowns. Nope, Darren Sproles leads the league in touchdowns. Fumbles, Langford actually doesn't have any, so that's pretty good. How about carries? Langford leads it there too. Receiving rights, Julian Edelman leads the league there, and we have Fitzgerald up there as well. Fitzgerald's in the top 7. Blocking wise, who has the most sacks allowed? Michael Orr has the most sacks allowed. Defensively, who has the most sacks here? 10 by Michael Bennett. We have Mr. McPhee there at 6, who's number 5 in the league in sacks. Pretty good. Tucker's number 1 in the league in most of the statistical categories here, with a ton of people being 100%, but all those people have very minimal attempts. Tucker's not doing good in percentage-wise, but let's see who has the longest field goal here. 57, 57, 57, 57, 57. What's Tucker's longest? Tucker's longest was 53. Is Tucker the only one with blocked extra points? Nope, there's 2 other people who have a blocked field goal. So pretty good there. Let's see. Brian Akers. Who has the most down within the 20 here? Pat O'Donnell with 11 inside the 20 out of 15 punts. So pretty good there. Weekly awards. Let's see who won it for this past week. Joshua Dobbs, our quarterback, won NFC offensive. So pretty good here. First offense still. 15th defense. We went down, I think it was 6 spots from last week. Let's look at the injury report for this week real quick. So we obviously will be getting Mr. Trubisky possibly back next week. I'm not going to start him if we don't have to. Cameron Meredith will be out for 5 weeks with a partial ACL tear, so we'll probably have to get another wide receiver. And our right end will be back the week after Trubisky will be back. Let's look at free agents here. Do we have any good wide receivers we might be able to... Juju Smith. Young guy here. Let's see, who's our worst? Sorry, Mr. White, but you will be being cut. And we will be signing Mr. Juju Smith. That's more or less just to up the... Kevin White obviously is a bit higher up than him because of his attributes mainly. But let's go ahead and grab Mr. Juju Smith. He's a bit younger than this guy, so there's that. Fullbacks, no one better than who we have. And halfbacks, we have CJ Spiller, who could be a good backup if we need him. Okay, so let's go ahead and simulate to next week, and let's see how the Packers will be looking this coming week with injuries and whatnot. If I see Trubisky as an option to bring back, I will possibly bring him back, but I'm not going to bring him back too early. Mitch Unrain, we'll do a little bit on each one just because he's having to fill in. Not a lot of people. This guy is week 13. He's going to be a big signing for us. Let's go ahead and look at the scouting points here. Let's go back to, I suppose, left end. Yeah, we haven't done a lot of people on the left end. No one good's going to come out of that. How about you? Nope. No good right ends either. That's surprising. Okay, are you like above average? Nope. Left outside, how about you? There's like no talent inside this draft whatsoever. He's actually where he's projected to be, so that's pretty damn good, I suppose. Okay, so here we are going against Green Bay. We obviously will have Trubisky out for one more week here. Let's look at how Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are at this 2-6 start. Hopefully that's good vibes for us. We get Trubisky back next week. We get this guy back the week after. We get him back. We get him back with a couple weeks to go in the season. But let's see how the Packers are doing. They only have a right end out, but they've lost 6 games. That's pretty odd, I suppose. But this will be the team going into the game, obviously. We did get Juju Smith to kind of up the ante there. Who are you, anyways? You're a tight end. I don't know why you're lined up there. I think it's because we're still down a receiver, so... Let's look at the trade block, see if we can find any halfway decent receivers here. Malcolm Richard, Paul, whatever. Justin Hardy. 24-year-old there. J.J. Nelson. Let's actually try to get Paul here. Okay, so our lowest overall is Juju Smith, who we just got. Tight end. Do we have a left outside linebacker who isn't super important to our game? Okay, draft picks. What about that? Will that be good enough? Ooh. Okay, well, we got rid of a 7th when we didn't necessarily need to. With that being said, who was out? It was Cameron Meredith who was out. Marcus Wheaton will go ahead and try to trade away now. See if anyone's... Cardinals are half interested in him. Lions are half interested in him. Panthers are half interested in him. Rams are half interested in him, and that's it. So... But Lions are division rivals, so let's go with the Rams then. How about a 3rd for this year? Would you be able to do that? Nope. Okay, how about a 2nd for next year? Okay, so I'm not going to get anything I want from them. Let's see what the Lions are willing to give. 3rd round pick? let's try 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks. Take out the 7th, maybe? Two fifths and a 6th, possibly. Nope. 2/5. There you go. Marcus Wheaton gets shipped off. We get to keep both of our new signees here. Cameron Meredith will obviously be out for a little while, so there's that. Fullback rise, we have no one super good at fullback. Jeremy Langford obviously is fine, and we can actually do some upgrading to this team, which I'll actually go ahead and do now. And then instead of doing another game, I'll probably end the stream there, because it's already going to be close to an hour after these upgrades. Let's get carrying up by 1. Let's get ball carrier vision up by 1. Let's get juke move up by 2. Let's get spin move up by 1. Catching traffic, route running up by 2. Kick return up by 2. And let's get injury up by 1. So he got 2 extra attribute points there. All upgrades for Mr. Eric Weddle. Not much we can really do with him. Block shedding and impact blocking. Now see, nothing we can really do with someone like Weddle, who's already far up on his upgrades here. 4,200 something fantasy or points here. Finesse move. Can we get one more thing? Toughness and injury. Jarrell Freeman doesn't go up any with those upgrades. Pernell McPhee. He has a lot of things that are super expensive. Just get injury up, I suppose. He goes up by 1 overall with that. Cody Whitehair here, who is our left guard, I assume? Yeah. He has 2,000, so let's just go ahead and get injury up for him too. Let's go ahead and up his blocking up. Victor Cruz, let's up his release. Kyle Fuller man coverage. Adam Schroeder run block. Bryce Callahan zone coverage. Cameron Meredith awareness. Prince Mugawara play recognition. Awareness. Block shedding. Awareness. Okay, so when this is posted, I'll go ahead and take off the other game because we will not be doing the game against the Packers. Let's take a look at the standings real quick before we end this stream. So here we go. Top record in the NFL. AFC's top seed is Chiefs, which in real life it's actually the Steelers, but you know, cool. So 7-2, 6-2, 6-2, 6-3, 5-3, 5-4, 5-4, 4-4. So the AFC is very competitive this year. NFC looks to be the same way, with the Seahawks only being behind us by a game. Let's look at the news here. Let's look at draft stories and see if... Okay, so tight end, I think we already got Jordan. Quarterback, Carell. Okay. Let's actually look to see if we've already got those people scouted or not. So let's look at quarterbacks first. I done forget his name. Let's go back to story, see what his name was, because I want to see if this guy's any good whatsoever. Tight end, Jordan Carell Adai is the quarterback. Adai is the quarterback. Adai. He's not in the top prospects, that's for sure. Does that, like him, saying he's going to be uneligible for this year, or what was that? Okay, we'll look at that story. Actually, read that story after we look up this guy. Jordan, yeah, we have him scouted. Let's add him to the watch list. Let's go ahead and see what that story was saying about the quarterback now. Scouts are soaring on Nebraska quarterback Karel Adai, citing inconsistent week-to-week play. So he's probably not even in the general vicinity of the draft now for some reason. Okay, so that, guys, will end the stream there. Later on today, I'll be doing a Resident Evil 7 playthrough. I'm a bit late on it, but, you know, it's better late than never. Hope you guys did enjoy this. Hit the like button. Comment down below some ideas for me for Madden challenges or something along those lines. Maybe subscribe if you wish. If not, it's cool. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.